Game here between St John's Park and Warilla with a bunch of champion bowlers, including a couple of jackaroos. And joining me this morning for round 3 is Mr. Andrew Lynn.
Morning, Ben.
Oh, I didn't introduce myself. How rude. I am Ben.
Ben Crixtolitis. Best known as Benny K.
Because no one can say that name, and nor should they.
We have an interesting state of play here in our section. We have St John's Park on top of the ladder with 19, but they're not guaranteed a place through to the quarterfinals. Mathematically possible for everyone in this section to get through. Warilla running second on 10.5, Raymond Terrace on 9.5, and Fig Tree Sports on 1. Fig Tree Sports can actually leapfrog up into second spot and go through to the quarters, but they would need to win 10-0 over Raymond Terrace and have Warilla beat St John's Park beat Warilla 10-0. So while they're possible, it's their fate's partly only in their own hands.
That's right. It's better to win than to lose, and this should be a great game. I'm standing here again a little bit starstruck this morning. That I can tell you that's very different to not very different to yesterday. The weather is spectacular again. Slight cloud cover, slight breeze, not like yesterday where it was howling. It's a lot warmer too, isn't it, Andrew?
It's a lot more pleasant today. Still jumper weather for me.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my jumper.
For St John's Park, they get a point, they're through. They get a point, they'll go to 20, and Warilla then maximum 19.5, so can't be overtaken that way.
So this is the first end, and just while we sort who's got what bowls, we'll keep an outline there.
Well, the white bowls are Brendan Aquilinas.
There you go. So we should read the teams out. So the Warilla team, skippered by Corey Wedlock, has a lead of Travis Moran, Brendan Aquilina, and Shane Pascoe. And St John's Park, skipped by Ben Twist, is Gerard, Beath, Phillip, Clarke, and Matthew Pietersen.
You look down that team list and you go, Travis Moran has won the state reserve singles. Brendan Aquilina has won a couple of state championships and represented Malta at the Commonwealth Games. Our third for Warilla, Shane Pascoe, very well-credentialed bowler, moved over from New Zealand a couple of years ago, I believe. And, of course, Corey Wedlock, current Jackaroos, played in the last Commonwealth Games.
And had a pretty good, that's the very Ben Twist pose. He runs forward and stands very tight. And, really successful Corey Wedlock at the Australian Open again. I was speaking to him before. He wasn't super happy with his campaign, but still came away with a whole lot of success, I thought. That's the professional bowler mindset, I guess. The
St John's Park team, we've got 3 players who have won the state singles in it.
Wow, that's...
So Gerard Beath has won the state singles, so has Matt Pietersen, and so has Ben Twist.
That's absolutely remarkable. That's a massive... Anyway, we're going to see some great bowlers here and some great bowlers that can look down the rink and see Gary Kelly. They're about to line up for his team, and he's got a remarkably unique bowling action. Who else over there? Lee Stinson, our very own Jamie Turner. These are all the real bowlers, and I'm missing one. Jeremy Henry. There's a bit of a name in Australian bowls.
Well, multiple winner of the World Cup Indoor Singles Championship. Gary Kelly, Commonwealth Games singles silver medalist at the last Games. Just a plethora of stars. We didn't even mention Ryan Bester.
Didn't mention Bester. How did I miss Bester? He's the man that taught me how to drive. Can run a jack into a ditch.
Aaron Teese and Jesse Nerona, current Jackaroos there as well. Mm-hmm. Teese, another player he's won the state champion of champion singles. Corey Wedlock's won the state champion singles as well. I believe that was a 1.
So Warilla winning that first end, and their young lead, who I told was going to make him look really good on TV, on the cameras, Mr. Travis Moran, wearing his big bucket hat like an old comic book sailor. Has a really neat action. And there's some really tight heads, no real.
We were joking that when we had these 3 on, we needed a 7-hour slot for this game.
That was the joke. The players have all been given a heads up. Twisty notoriously slow. And sorry, who was the other one we said was slow as well?
Matt Pietersen.
Yeah.
We often made the joke, no, we haven't, the cameras haven't frozen, it's just Perm on the mat. Oh, Brendan, a little touch. Probably a bit unfortunate it's moved further away from their bowls, but we talk about champion of champion singles winners and state singles winners. You've got Dawn Heyman playing for
Really quite good at that too, bringing out emerging bowlers through. Corey Wedlock puts his last one down a little bit short. And Ben Twist heading back for his last bowl. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just a bit of a glitch with the commentary, but that's okay. I'm sure some of you would like us to keep quiet anyway at times. So let's see now what happens with the mat. I'm interested as to see what length St John's Park, as these guys try to sort out what length suits them and what they can adjust to best. It looks like a 3/4, and I can tell you, as Andrew Lynn jumps back in the seat next to me, the wind's picking up a little bit.
Yeah, flags just standing a little more proudly on the flagpole.
Yeah, gusty again, like similar to yesterday at the moment. It's still not horrible out there. The guys happily wearing T-shirts and shorts from St John's, but they building tough there in Western Sydney.
Well, it's just a light cloud cover today. It's not quite as brilliant blue sky.
Yeah.
But the light cloud cover might just keep that warmth in a little more. And as we say that, the sun breaks through a little more. The shadows get a little crisper, if that's such a word.
It is a word.
Usually I hear crisper is associated with keeping your fruit and veg in the fridge.
Ah, see, my daughter's into biology and she thinks it's to do with gene modification.
Wow, okay.
So that's one for the conspiracy theorists out there.
Gerard Beath playing the forehand. We're a little bit further across than we were yesterday as well, which may make a difference with the running there. There's that spot there where it just seems to hold out coming away from the clubhouse. We've had a number of theories about what's caused that, but it doesn't matter what causes it, you've got to play it.
No, exactly right. There's
Good
adjustments.
bowl
That's
from
a pretty good lead bowl there. About a foot forward in front. These guys know that the adjustment period might take up to 4 ends. That's usually what I give myself. Ron Tate's just asked us what club we're at the moment. We're at Foster Bowling Club. Fantastic place to be in, a fantastic facility, 4 beautiful grass greens, and one of the prettier locations I think I've ever stayed for bowls, Andrew.
Yeah, beautiful outlook over the Manning River of an evening. Just up the road from here. There's a few beaches around too, which I haven't really seen because I usually come to the club, drive over the river, get to the club and go back to wherever we're sleeping for the night.
I don't know, you've got a pretty good beach body there, Andrew. You and I both, we be over there scaring the locals, but
last time I went to the beach, someone tried to roll me back in the water. Brendan Aquilina looks to be pretty well pointed. Very solid player, Brendan. Was absolutely outstanding in Warilla's successful state championship campaign a couple of years ago. Was unbelievable in the triples, just kept putting bowls in the head, end after end. But we'll need to be in that fantastic form. Warilla, desperate for a win. He can pretty much guarantee that a loss will see them bow out of this event. Raymond Terrace would have to start as raging favourites to account for Figgy. However, Figgy, I know they'll be fired up to have a good performance.
Absolutely, they don't give up. And look, Warilla is definitely capable of having a good win here. As we watch this ball just come down, I'm just watching how wide this comes. It doesn't really look as wide as yesterday. Like, it doesn't look like they're swooping as much going away from the club so far. So maybe that breeze not as strong as it's indicating, or maybe just not at ground level yet.
So if we run through the sectional ladders, Engadine sits at the top of Section 1 on 17.5 points. They are up against East Maitland, who have collected only 3. East Maitland, though, can sneak up into second place with a 10-0 win over Engadine, because Baddo Bay and Edelong play each other, and they're running second and third on 10.5 and 9. So Engadine can't miss out. They must finish first or second. But East Maitland, hang on, I can't.
You're doing some math.
No, I'm just seeing if I've mucked up my calculations. Engadine play Edelong. So, sorry, no, I've got that one wrong. Engadine play Edelong. So, no, East Maitland, sorry, you're going to. Oh, no, if East Maitland, if Engadine beat Edelong 10-0 and East Maitland beat Baddo Bay 10-0, they will sneak in. They'll get to 13. And Engadine will be streets ahead at the top. Baddo Bay, of course, they get a good win over East Maitland, then they'll shore up their top 2 place. In Section 2, Cabramatta, they're all but home. Corrimal on 9 and Soldiers Point on 2. Again, everybody's a chance, even if it is only mathematical, as Ben Twist plays another superb bowl.
Oh, he's a...
Win. So if Soldiers Point get a 10-0 win over Corrimal, they'll go up to 12, and then they want Cabramatta to take 2 rinks and a victory over Wendy Leagues, or at least, and it'll be Cabramatta Soldiers Point go through. Wendy Leagues, pretty simple equation for them. They need to beat Cabramatta, because breathing down their necks are Corrimal. So Corrimal can give themselves a big shot with a win, but they've got to beat Cabramatta.
So St John's there coming up with the goods again. It's looks like 4-1 on that scoreboard. Is that right? Not the ideal start, but this is a long game. 21 ends. Standard.
They can't be caught.
Can't be caught. So well done to Gerard Beath. And we're here today thanks to On the live chat there, give us a yell, tell us where you're watching from, and ask us any questions you like. If I don't know.
Beresfield, their campaign, they're playing for pride in this match on the quarterfinals berth from that section. Because East Maitland, of course, in Section 1, they'd need pretty much to win. Well, they need a victory and they need Engadine to beat Adelaide.